This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about that how to create the pipeline job using the declarative way, and also we discussed about that multi-branch pipeline, right? So today we are going to discuss about that master-slave architecture and also build with parameters, right? So before going to start discussion, so Nitin is asking, sir, sir, want to run a job as a dependency of other job? Is it possible? Yes. See here, we have one job called as Walmart-dev. So once Walmart-dev job has successfully run, I need to execute that Walmart-QA. So once this job has successfully finished, it has to trigger this one. So this concept we are going to call is upstream and downstream. So this is upstream job, this is a downstream job. It is possible. Okay, so 3-4 years back I was using, now I'm not using this concept, so that's why I'm not teaching this one also. So if you go here, suppose if you take QA, click on configure, I think we'll see somewhere. See here, build after other projects are built. See, when we need to trigger this job, Walmart-QA, so select this one, build after other projects are built. So here you can keep that Walmart-dev. So once Walmart-dev job has successfully ran, see here we have again conditions are there. Trigger even if build fails. Trigger only if build is stable. Trigger even if build is unstable. So we have, so we'll select this one. Even if previous build is failed, means QA job is failed, you can run it also. Like that you can select it whatever you want. Save it. Now what I will do, just let me update this job. I'm going to remove some deploying all these things. I don't want. So if you don't want to deploy, or if you don't want to execute the Jacoco coverage report, click on this one. If you don't want deploy, you don't want send email notification. Just if you want to do a clean package, just if you want to create a package, just execute it. Now what will happen? Once this job is successful, it is going to trigger that the Walmart-QA job also. Right? Let's see. It is successful. Now see here downstream projects Walmart-QA. Okay, so now if you go and see Walmart-QA job has triggered. We didn't triggered. If you want, you can go and see here. Started by upstream project bill number 20. Right? Originally caused by, because of this user, Mithun Technologies user has triggered that Walmart-dev. This Walmart-dev job has triggered that Walmart-QA. So this is called as upstream downstream job. So downstream is Walmart-QA. Upstream is here Walmart-dev job. Clear? So earlier we were using via these things. Now we are not using. That's why even I'm not teaching these things. Clear? So Nitin, where you are getting all these kind of requirements? I'm curious to know about all these things because you are not working as a DevOps engineer. No? Tell me so that okay, so we can just watch some random YouTube videos. Okay, so don't go through that YouTube, all the YouTube videos, Nitin, right now. Why? Because in YouTube, old videos also it will be there, right? Old videos also it will be. What you have to do, just go through our YouTube videos and our class videos. Then once you are familiar with all these things, later go through those whatever the videos you want. In real time, no, we are configuring GitHub webhook. We are going to configure GitHub webhook only. Okay. So Dayanand is asking, do we really need to configure stage code checkout if we are taking code from SCM? Because we are already connecting to SCM with GitHub details. Then why we need to give the details again code checkout stage? No, Dayanand. See, if you go to that any pipeline, what he is saying, ne? So already we are giving the repository details here, ne? Then why we are using the stage checkout? Baya Dayanand Baya, Namaste Guruji. What I am doing here for getting the pipeline script? See here, pipeline script from SCM, not the source code. Whatever the your repository URL you are using here, from this repository URL, it is going to get that pipeline script. With help of this pipeline script, then it is going to create a job. Means it is going to do that build. So in this pipeline script, we have written from where we need to get the code. Got it? Have you understood? Okay, so here we are specifying that from which repository we need to get the pipeline script, because in the real time we are not going to keep that code here. Okay, we are going to get it from the remote repository. As a DevOps engineer, we are going to create a pipeline script and we are going to keep in the SCM repository. Right? After course completion, we can explore more on YouTube if we want, right, sir? Yes, Nitin Bhaiya. Okay. But my suggestion is, see, whatever we are discussing, that is more enough. Okay. Later, if when you have time, go to that other videos also. Okay. So in real time, how work will be assigned to a DevOps engineer? So we'll discuss in the resume preparation class. Okay. So we are going to use any one of the like a ticketing tool like a Jira or something else. So there they are going to create the tasks and they are going to assign. Okay. Do you integrate Jira and with Jenkins? No, we are not going to. So now we'll discuss about that master slave architecture. Okay. See, whatever we have installed at Jenkins, this Jenkins we are going to call as master instance. Then why we need to create that slaves? Why we need to implement this master slave architecture? Why we need to? Anybody idea? So Diane is saying for load balancing. Okay, good. So if you do the load balancing, what will happen? It will improve the performance. Yes or no? Yes, it will reduce the load on master so that your performance will be increased. So this master slave architecture we are going to implement to improve the performance. Right? So many times the same question they asked in the interface. Why we need to implement master slave architecture? Okay, load balancing. Because of this load balancing, performance is going to increase. How? You can say, assume if you are not implementing this master slave architecture in the real time, we are going to create hundreds of jobs in the same Jenkins server. Assume all these jobs are triggered at a time. So the time your server performance will go down. Because assume in the Linux server where Jenkins is installed, in that Linux server only 64 GB RAM is there, right? 8 core CPU is there. It is not able to run all the jobs at a time, and definitely it will take more time, right? So instead of running all the jobs in master instance, create the slaves, or we can call as nodes. Guys, slaves or nodes, both are same in the Jenkins. You can create that the slaves or nodes, and you can distribute those jobs to run in the slaves, right? So first what we have to do, we have to create these slaves. Okay, so if you see here, this is master instance, these are the slaves. In one of the interview they asked this question, where that jobs information is going to be available. Suppose assume in master instance I have created that 100 jobs, and first 10 jobs I have configured in the slave 1. Okay, so these 10 jobs information is going to be available in the master instance or slave 1, the jobs information. Yes, in the master instance, not the both, Vijay. It is going to be available in the master instance only. So assume those 10 jobs you have triggered, you have configured to run in the slave 1. Those 10 jobs, where it is going to run now? It is going to run in the slave machine, slave 1, where you have configured, not in the master, right? So even though jobs information are available in the master instance, but you have configured to run in the slave 1. So once if you trigger those jobs are going to run in the slave 1, right? Now when you are triggering that job is going to get the code from the GitHub. It will do the build. So all this processing is going to be taken care in which machine? Slave machine, slave instance, right? So where that the source code is going to be stored, in the master instance or slave instance? Yes, the slave instance. So the source code is going to be stored in the slave machine, slave instance, slave node, right? But job information is available in all the jobs information is available in the master instance. But when it is triggering the job, whatever the code it is going to get, that code is going to be stored in the slave machine only. So this is again one another interview question they asked. Okay. So can we create a slave in the Linux server where your Jenkins master is running? Yes, it is possible, but in the real time, we are not going to create these slaves in the same Linux server where your Jenkins master is running. So if you create that slave instance in the same Linux server, what will happen? No use, na? Because same server resources are going to utilize whatever that 64 GB or 128 GB RAM, the CPUs and all. No use, right? So usually in the real time, we are going to create in the different machines. So again, I have another intro question. So my master is running in the Linux server. Slaves can be created in different operating system. Yes, it is possible. You can create these slaves in Linux server or other operating system also. My machine is running in, my master is running in Linux. Can we create this slave in Linux? Yes, it is possible. Okay, both master and slave in the same operating system. Yes, it is possible. In different operating systems also possible. Clear? So if you want to create a slave now, you have to first create a one Linux server. Okay, in that Linux server, you can install the Java, because slave is nothing but it is the one program again. So it is a one Java program. So to run the Java program, you should install Java first. Without installing Java, it is not going to work out. Okay, so let me create one Linux server. So go here, EC2. See, my master instance, which is created in one region. Okay, so in the Mumbai region, I have created a Linux servers. In that Linux servers, I have installed that Jenkins. Now what I am going to do? Already one Linux server is created in Sydney region. Okay, so can I use this server for creating that slave? So yes, so I am giving the name as slave1. So already I have connected this server. Okay, so I'm using this server for morning batch, 6 a.m. batch. Okay, so already I have connected this server. So in the server, check it whether Java is installed or not. Java is not there. So guys, I have already created this server. So if you guys not created, create the server and connect to that server and check whether Java is installed or not. Java is not installed. Without installing Java, you are not able to create the slaves in this machine. Okay, so go to our blog. Okay, so here, so guys, I have created a blog how to install this. Are bhaiya, Kiran bhaiya, you can teach, man. Whether these guys have sense or not. First of all, these guys are joining late and making others disturbance. Okay, see, I have installed, I have created one post to install Java in the Ubuntu operating system. See, Java installation in Ubuntu operating system. Okay, so just you guys can go through this one. So here in this video, I have in this blog, I have explained how to install OpenJDK rather than Oracle JDK. Okay, so if you want, you can install Oracle JDK also. I will do one more post how to install Oracle JDK in Ubuntu Linux server. So meanwhile, you guys can go through that how to install OpenJDK. Okay. So you guys may have question whether I have installed that JDK or JRE. See, sometimes you guys are getting the error, na? You should configure JRE underscore home or Java underscore home. Many people they got this error when they are practicing that maven, right? So you have to configure that JDK if you want to use that maven commands. So if you want to install the maven, you should install the JDK. So I want to know whether I have installed JDK or JRE. Sir, if I execute that java-version command, which is going to give that which version of Java, but it is not giving that whether it is a JRE or JDK. So JRE, if you install JRE, Java C command is not available. When this Java C command is available, if you install that JDK, then only this Java C command is available. So if you execute Java C command and if it is executing and if it is giving that output, then you can confirm JDK has installed. Clear? So if you install JDK, then only Java C command is going to be available. If you install JRE, Java C command is not available. So like this, you can confirm whether you have installed JRE or JDK. So if you install JRE, Java C command is not going to work. If you install JDK, Java C command is going to be executed successfully. Okay, so let me install that Oracle JDK. So Java installation. So I need to mention Oracle JDK like this one here. I need to update this post. So switch to the root user. Okay. Then go to the opt directory. Just I'm copy pasting all these commands. Control C, Control V. That's all. So again and again I'm saying this is not a error. Some people are posting, sir, I'm getting this error. This is not the error. Just it is a warning. So what it is saying? I could not open JDK. So it's not downloaded. Oh, what it is giving that error? See, we copy pasted. We thought yes, it's executed. But when you were executing Java-version command, it is saying Java command not found. Means it is not installed. So first of all, see, could not open file, this particular file, right? So wget command is not installed. Yum install wget -y. Okay, now if you execute, it is going to work. Okay. Transaction failed. Okay, so in this server, even when I'm executing these commands, some issue with network, it is not So what I will do, let me create one new Linux server. So I need to fix that one. So packages are not installing in that server. So let me revert as server one. Yes, I forgot that one. Some issue with the server, guys. So just for creating this no, slave instance, 1 GB RAM is enough. Okay. So return view instances, give the name slave one. Okay. So usually in the real time, how much memory we'll use for the Jenkins server? I mean, approximate. So it depends on our requirements. Right? See, you are going to create n number of jobs, so that time you can use that 128 GB RAM like that one, right? So suppose if it is a just for one project dedicated, we are using 16 GB RAM also fine. So just tell them if anybody asking in the interviewer, can say that 64 GB RAM we are using. So Dayanin is asking, can you please share those 3 pipeline script you mentioned in yesterday? So one is already shared. 2 and 3 I will share today. Okay, one is already shared through like okay. So I didn't share, no? Okay, I will share that one also. I have created a job in the job itself, na? I have executed. So I will share. Okay, I will share. Sneha is asking, in case Jenkins master will down, slaves will be run, jobs are not. No, slave is not going to run because the request is going to come via through master only. Okay. Let's connect to this server. Say yes. I have connected. Just type uname and verify. Yes. Switch to the root user. Then follow this blog. Okay. Let's see. It's installing. It's installed. Now see, it's downloading that JDK. It's installing. So now see Java hyphen version. It is showing that and just see that Java C also, whether Java C is going to work or not. So if Java C is working means JDK is installed. Okay. If Java C is working means JDK is installed. Right. So same question I think someone asked. I forget to answer this one. Whether JDK is or JAR is installed or not. How to check? So in real time, which Linux distribution OS will be prepared for Jenkins? Not only for Jenkins, so most of the guys are using that which distribution? Linux is the operating system. Distribution is RHL. Okay. So log out. Just execute that exit command. Okay. So see we can able to access Java software. Yes. Yes, Siva. RHL 7.6 you can mention. So if that any interviewer is asking which distribution you are using, Linux is the operating system. RHL is the 7. Version is 7.6. Okay. So here I am going to create a one directory called as node1 or slave1. Yes, Java, this RHL 8 is the new one, but still many people not upgraded. Are you using that RHL 8? So one of our student, he said that yes, we are using that RHL 8, but we are using still 7.6 only. So I have created one directory called as node1. Right. So if you go inside this node1 directory, nothing is there. Right. So right now we are in the node1. Right. Yes, Ubuntu it's 18. 18 version we are using. So now I want to create this slave one. So for that one, my Linux server is ready and Java also I have installed. Right. Now, if you go to master instance, if you see here, manage Jenkins. So guys, if you see manage Jenkins, then only you can confirm you have admin access. Just scroll down, see here, manage nodes and clouds. Right. Using this option, you can create the nodes or we can call as slaves. Click on this one. See, right now it is showing that master, right? Right now it is showing that master, right? See here, new node. Using this option, you can create that slaves or nodes. Click on new node. So however, we are going to create a job using the new item. So like that, new node. So give the name. So I'm going to give that node 1 R. You can give that Walmart node. So the interviewer is going to ask how many nodes, how many slaves or nodes you have created. Just tell them we have created the 6 nodes. For what purpose you have created these nodes? So we have created some nodes and we are using those nodes for running that some specific jobs like a client related jobs. So we are using one node for running only the Walmart projects. For some nodes we are using for running only the Node.js projects. So like that you can say select this permanent agent, click on OK. Right, once if you click on OK, it will take you to that editable view. See here, node, the name, whatever the name we have given, so automatically it will take it. Description. So if you want, you can give that description here, right? So you can mention that Walmart-node is going to use to run that Walmart project related jobs. So like that you can give. So this is optional. If you want, you can give or you can ignore it. Then here, number of executors. We'll discuss later. Remote root directory. Right. So here in the remote root directory means where you want to keep this server, this node one, whatever the node you are creating, Walmart-node, those information where you want to. See, we have created one directory. So take this directory. So right now it is empty. right? Keep it here, give the forward slash. Okay, so whatever the node which we are creating right now, Walmart -node, this server, this node information is going to be stored in this particular directory. Labels, see, name is different, label is different. See here, I am creating, assume 3 slaves, slave 1, slave 2, slave 3. For all these 3 slaves, we can give that same label name. What is the advantage of giving that same label name for all these 3 slaves? Or can we give that a different name for each slaves? Yes, see, your wish. You can give that whatever the name you are using, the same name as label name also. So the advantage of giving that same label name for all these three slaves is to distribute that load depends on the availability of the labor, availability of the slaves. Suppose assume you have configured 10 jobs in the slave 1. Okay, suppose if you give that slave the node name while configuring the jobs, those jobs are going to run in the slave 1 only, right? So you have configured 10 jobs. Assume 10 jobs are triggered at a time. So all 10 jobs are going to run in slave 1, but it is very busy because 10 jobs at a time it is not going to run, right? And even you can configure also, you can configure to run 10 jobs at a time. So that time your server performance go down. So, but if you give the that time other slave 2, slave 3 are available. Okay, these 2 slaves no jobs are running, but even though slave 1 is not able to utilize slave 2, slave 3 because we have configured that the name. But if you give that a label name, your jobs are going to trigger, your jobs are going to run based on the available nodes. So suppose if slave 2, slave 3 is available, your jobs is going to run in slave 1 and slave 2, right? Suppose if slave 2 is busy, it is going to run in slave 3 also. Suppose if slave 1 is down, it will going to run in slave 2 and slave 3, right? But you have configured in the slave 1, if the slave 1 is down, it is not going to run any jobs. So that is the advantage of giving that same label name for multiple nodes. So I am going to give that just nodes I am giving. Is like that one vehicle number running 3 vehicles. If the slave 1 is busy, other slaves will pick up the bill. Yes, Jivan, that is the correct. Okay, so I have given that node label name as nodes, right? So same label name you can give for other nodes also, other slaves also. Now use this node as much as possible. We have other option also, but we are not going to use this one. We'll use this node as much as possible. Launch method. See, right now our master is running in the Linux server. Even our slave also creating in the Linux server. So for that one, we can use that launch agents via SSH. So Linux to Linux, okay, the connection type is SSH, secure shell. The protocol is TCP/IP protocol, right? So here you need to give that host name where your instance is going, your slave is going to create. So go here. So whatever the slave we have created, whatever the Linux server we have created, select that one. nodes, agents, slaves, all are same. Shiva. So copy this public IP address. Go here, give this one. And the credentials. See, for this Linux server, if you want to create, if you want to connect, we are going to use the PEM file, na? Right? So what is the PEM file? So the PEM file name is this one, DevOps MSS SCP. Right? So that particular PEM file content you have to add where here. Okay. So what you will do? Click on add Jenkins. So SSH username with private key. So give the username ec2-user and select this radio box, enter directly, click on add. So here copy paste that content. So guys, you have to copy that exactly whatever the PEM file we are using to this particular server. So people have multiple PEM files and they are going to get that wrong PEM file content. So that time it is not going to connect it. First check that which PEM file we are using to connect to the server. So open the git bash or mobile tab, okay, or a terminal. Go to the folder where your PEM file is there. So my PEM file is available here. DevOps MSS SCP. Take the content. If you want to take the content from this particular PEM file, use the cat command. So from here, copy till here. So right click, copy, and go here and paste it. Control V. Okay. So here description, you can give that node Jenkins node credentials. Okay, any name you can give here. Okay, click on add. So now select that see Jenkins server credentials. See, if you don't give this description, see we are using the EC-user. So that's why this description is mandatory. Okay, and the host key verification strategy. Select this one, manually trusted key verification strategy. Okay, then availability. Keep this agent online as much as possible. Keep this agent online as much as possible. So we have other options also. Bring this agent online according to a schedule. Bring this agent online when in demand. But we are going to use this one. Right. So here you'll see that node properties. So if you want to give that different nodes, different properties for your node, you can select it here. The tools, location, and all. Right. See, add list of tools. What are the tools? But I don't want. So whatever that master is using, those properties should use that node also. So that time don't select any these properties. So what we did, we have given that node name, the root directory path, label name. We selected this one, launch agents via SSH. We have given that Linux server public IP address, the PEM file content. We selected a manually trusted verification strategy. Keep this agent online as much as possible. Save it. It's showing that, see here, error means it is offline. Okay, it is not right now connected. It is saying that launching. Click on this one. Click on log. Yes, it's connected now. Okay, now it's connected. It took some time to connecting. So if you see here, checking Java version. So Java 1.8. Now if you click on nodes, see both are connected. So if you see here the X mark with red color, both are not connected, master and slave. Right. So right now, if you click on this one, see projects tied to this node, none means no jobs you have configured. No jobs you have configured. So if you want to disconnect, say disconnect. So if you want to update, click on configure. It will come here, right? So if you want to delete it, delete agent. If you want to see the logs about this particular node, click on log, right? So like this, you can see it is showing that agent successfully connected and online, right? So now I want to run the jobs in this particular node. So if you see here in this particular directory, it has created a one directory called as remoting, and it is showing that one jar file remoting.jar. So this is the jar file which is going to use to connecting to the master instance. Right. So like this, you can create the node successfully. Okay. So in one of the interview they asked, what is the jar file name which it is going to connect to communicate the master? Remoting.jar. So remoting is a one directory which is going to use for your slave. So if you want, you can go inside and see this is the directory. So it is keeping that two directories. So go to the logs and see remoting dot. Just see the content in this remoting dot. So right now nothing is there. Okay. So go to the two levels up. So clear. So now what I'm going to do here, I want to run one job in the slave one or whatever we have created node name Walmart-node. So if you change, if we have a var or er files, will it be remoting or er? I will tell you. So it is not going to change any names. Okay. So this is the default jar file which is going to use for your node communication with the master. So now, right now in this particular directory, remoting.jar is there, remoting directory is there. Now I want to run this particular job in slave one. Slave one means that Walmart-node. So GY is not available for slave. No, we don't have GY. So click on configure. Just scroll down. So let me uh, remove that one. So right now it is running that job. Right, we have enabled that upstream downstream. Na? Where it is? Yeah. We have configured in that dev job. Okay. Okay. So now by default this job is going to run in the master instance. Instead of that one, I want to run in the Walmart-dev, Walmart-node, whatever the node which you have created. Okay. So for that one, we are going to use one option. See here, restrict where this project can be done. We have one option, this one. Under general, see here, restrict where this project can be done. enable this checkbox. Just scroll up. See here, once if you enable this checkbox, you will see one checkbox, one input box here. Okay. Now here you can give that label name or node name. So if you give that node name, what will happen? This job is going to run in that particular node only. This job is going to run in that particular node only. Okay. Suppose if you give that label name nods, just type it. Okay. So in this particular node, whatever that slaves are available, right now you see it is showing that matches one node. Label nodes matches one node, because under this label only one node we have created right now. So that's why it is showing that one. Okay, so your job is going to run in this particular node only. Click on save. Now if you go and click on build now, if you trigger this job and see that console output, click on this console output and see here, started building remotely on, where it is running on the Walmart node. And if you see, it is creating that workspace, where it is creating workspace in this particular directory under node. This is the remote directory we have created, and see here workspace, there it is going to. If you now we can go here, and if you see that workspace directory has created, but we'll get a error, build is not going to work. Okay, so why not? So let me remove this job. It is going to trigger this QA job, no? Okay, so Walmart dev job is going to be failure. Why? If you want, you can go and see that. Just if you observe here, what error we are getting? When it is trying to get the code, it is going to execute the git commands, na? See, it is trying to execute git init command. Okay, but it is not able to execute the git command. See, caused by why? Cannot run the program git, right? Why? So if you go and see in this Linux server, git is installed or not? Git is not there. Without installing git, is it possible to execute the git commands? No. What to do? Even git is not installed. See, git is not installed. So you have to install the git. So if you want to install a git, we are going to that yvm install git -y. So you have to execute as a sudo access. Now git has installed. If you want, you can see. See, now go and trigger the job. So Chandan is asking, sir, how to install git if we have 100 nodes? So for your requirement, Ansible is the solution. If you use the Ansible, okay, Ansible can install thousands of machines also. That software, it can update, it can delete also. Okay, so once Ansible is going to over, you can able to understand what is use of Ansible. Suppose all of our servers, Tomcat, Sonar, Nexus, Jenkins are physically located and in one data center. Integration of all these tools configuring same or different? Same only. Just we are going to use the IP address. Okay. So now, if you go and trigger this job, okay. Now, if you go and see, it is working, right? See, it is getting that code. One second, I'm getting. So build is happening. Now, if you observe, we didn't install that maven in that Linux server. If you go and see, maven is not installed. Then how it is doing the build? If you see here, build is happening. It is downloading all the dependencies. Right now, why? Did you remember how we have installed maven? Through global tool configuration. So whatever the tools we have installed through global tool configuration in the master instance, it is going to be available for nodes also. That's why even without installing maven, it is working. See, build is successful. It has created package. So Subramanya, you have to install that Git in the Linux server where your node is created. Okay. So Baba is asking, when we use yum install any software, from where it is going to take source to install? It is going to take from yum repository. It is going to take from yum repository. So that yum repository is there in your etc directory. If you go to the etc directory, there you will see that d dot yum dot d yum dot repos dot d. Okay. Yum dot repos dot, yes. This is the directory where you will see that all the packages information. It is going to download from. See here, the repositories, RHL repositories, it has configured M repositories information. Okay. So now build is successful. So if it is a freestyle or maven project type, so if you click on configure, you will see that in that general section, restrict where this project can be done. Right. So here we are going to give that node name or label name. So guys, when you type this N1, automatically it is going to come. What the people are going to do? They are going to select this one. See what it is saying. No agent or cloud matches this label expression because space is going to be append. So remove that space. Now see. Right. So like this, guys, you can configure that job to run in that particular slave. Right. So right now, if you see, go to that home directory. There you will see that node 1. You will see that tools workspace directory. If you go inside the workspace directory, you will see the source code. Right. Already we know source code is going to be stored in this particular workspace directory in the node information, node server, right? But job information is stored in the master instance only. Okay. So now, if it is the pipeline project type, so if you see this one, click on configure. Under general section, do we have that option restrict where this project can be done? No, we don't have. Then where we are going to configure, you guys have to answer. Where we are going to configure? We are going to configure in the script Jenkins file. So go to this particular repository where you are getting that Jenkins file. See, this is the Jenkins file. So go to that repository. So this is the repository. So if you see that we're using that master branch. In the master branch, if you see, this is the job, this is the script we are using. Click on this one. So click on configure. So here now we need to give that node name. So now what is the node name? See here, Walmart hyphen node. So copy this one, go here. See here, node name, right? So if you don't want to send email notification, comment this one also. Save it. Okay. So just I have configured that node name here. So if you don't specify any node name, it is going to run in the master instance, right? So now Walmart project is running because if you see, we have enabled that okay. So now what I will do, okay, leave it. So this job is running. Maven project Walmart dev pipeline script. For these three projects, I have configured that same node, right? What is the node name? This one, Walmart node. Suppose if I trigger all these jobs at a time, what will happen? If I trigger all these jobs at a time, what will happen? Is it going to run all the jobs at a time, or is it going to wait? It is going to wait. Let's see. I'm going to trigger from here. Click on build now. Click on build now. Click on build now. See, three jobs at a time has triggered. But how many jobs are running? Only one job it is at a time. It is remaining jobs are in the build queue. Once this job is going to over, this job is going to be triggered. So why? Because number of executors, how many we specified? So if you go to the node, click on configure, see number of executors, how many? One, means at a time only one job is going to run. Only one job is going to trigger. So is it possible to increase? Yes. When we are going to increase, it depends on your server resources. If your server resources are good, then we are going to increase number of executors to whatever you want. So now I am keeping 5. So what will now what will happen? 5 jobs at a time. See now 5. Now 5 jobs at a time. It is going to run in this particular Walmart-node. Now we'll trigger all the jobs at a time. Build now, build now, build now. If you see all the jobs, right? Just refresh it. All the jobs, Maven project pipeline script, Walmart-dev. All these 3 jobs are running at a time. So that is the use of number of executors. So in one of the interview, they asked this question. So on what basis you are going to increase number of executors? What are the parameters you are going to consider before increasing that number of executors? You are going to consider your server resources, right? Your server resources. So guys, in the script here, you can use that node name or label name, either which. Even you can keep that label name also. The label name we have given is nodes, right? You can use that one also. Clear? So if you see here for master instance, so number of executors is how many? 2. Is it possible to increase or decrease? Yes. Click on this master. Click on configure. See here number of executors 2. If you want, you can make it 4. See here, use this node as much as possible. Only these things you can configure. Save it. Now, if you go to that nodes or just click on dashboard, see here 4 executors. Means 4 jobs it can run at a time. Clear? Anybody have any questions, guys? If not, we'll discuss about that. Build with parameters. Okay, so this is also a very important topic. And guys, this master slave architecture, it is also very important. Okay, so for one of my village guy, they asked him to share his screen in the second round. They asked him to do this master slave architecture setup. He did that one, and they have given 20 minutes time. Okay. After finishing that one, they have given that offer for him. So Dayanand is asking, what option do we need to give if master is Windows and slave is in Linux? Since SSH won't work while connecting. Yes. So that time you have, so see, you are saying that your master is in Windows. So I need to check that one. So if it is in, your master is in Linux and if your slave is in Windows, so just to go to that manage Jenkins nodes. When you are creating that one, you will see that launch agents. Here we will see that Windows, right? But if your master is in Windows and you are going to create slave in Linux, we need to check. So most of the time we are going to use Linux to Linux. Okay. Oh, it's Jaishankar question. Okay. So now we'll discuss about that build with parameters. So Jaishankar, remind me that one. Even I will check that one and I will see. I will help you. when we are going to use this build with parameters. See, now we have created a job called as Walmart-dev. Walmart-QA. Walmart-prod. So assume you have created that 3 jobs for the your Walmart project. So for these 3 jobs, the branch names are different. Yes or no? For a QA environment, for a dev environment, we are going to get the code from development branch. For QA environment, we are going to get the code from QA branch. For production, from the master branch or main branch. Right? So here and there, it's a little difference. But for these 3 environments, yes or no? But now my requirement is, I want to create a 1 job. Using that job, you need to do a build, you need to implement that CI/CD for 3 environments. I need to pass that dynamically. The values depends on the environment. So I want to create a 1 job. Using the same job, whatever the values you are going to pass depends on the environment. It has to do a build. So that time we are going to use this concept build with parameters. While building, you are going to pass that parameters. Right? See now, right now, if you see, so let me create a 1 job. Click on new item, build with parameters. So select that freestyle, click on OK. So here I need to get the code from Git. So give the GitHub repository URL. Credentials, select the credentials. So here branch, I don't want to do the hard code. Based on user input, it has to get the code from that particular branch. So I have deleted. So now just here, just scroll down. So again we'll come back here. Okay, see here, this project under general section, see here, this project is parameterized. So enable this checkbox, click on add parameter, and see here we have various parameters are there. See now n number of input values are going to give, right? So it is a choice parameter. Select that choice. So here give that any name. So I am going to give that branch name. Branch name. So guys, this one you can give any name, but under choices. So whatever that branches from, what are the branches you need to use in that particular job, give that branch names. So here see master is there, development is there, stage is there. So go here, give that development, stage, master. So do we have QA branch? No. Let's see. I'm going to add here. Okay. And description. So if you want, you can keep that description here. So this parameter we are using for passing the branch name. Like that, you can give that parameter. Okay. So like that, we have n number of parameters are there. Click on add string parameter. Give that one. So I'm using that person name. So the default value, Bhaskar Reddy. Right? Now, whatever that branch name we have given here, this value, so whatever we are going to assign, it is going to assign to this value, this one. I need to get this from here. So go here. See, dynamically that variable is going to get that value from the drop down, whatever the user is going to assign. Now I need to get that value. If you want to get the value, we are going to use the dollar symbol, flower bracket, open, close. Okay, so like this, we are going to get that branch name dynamically. Okay, so we are going to get the branch name dynamically. Okay, also whatever that parameter I have created, string parameter, I need to get this value dynamically. So let me just scroll down under here, build, click on execute shell. You can display that person name, echo, displaying the string parameter value. Dollar that person name. So you can keep in the within the flower brackets also. No problem. Save it. Now see here, instead of build now option, we can see now build with parameters. Earlier it was showing that only build now. Now click on this one, build with parameters. See, you have to select that branch name. So by default it is showing that development. Why? Because in the choice parameters I have typed the first one is development. Right, see, automatically it is showing that Bhaskar because that is the default value. If you want, you can change it here. So first let's go with this one, click on build. Okay, and see that console output. See, it is getting the code from development branch, and see, it is displaying the string parameter Bhaskar ID. Now what I will do, click on build with parameters. I am going to select the stage. So here I am going to select that Mithun Technologies. Click on build. Now if you go here, build number 2, click on console output. See here, it is getting the code from stage branch, and name, see here, Mithun Technologies. So dynamically we are passing values to that this job, right? Now suppose if you select that QA branch, do we have QA branch? No, we don't have the QA branch. Now click on build now, you will get a error. See that console output, observe that. So this is what Nitin was getting one other day. Couldn't find any revision to build. Verify the repository and branch name. Yes. So Sijin is asking, do we run build with parameters manually? Yes. We have to pass. Right. So like this, guys, you can create these jobs and pass that parameters while running. So how can I store and display the logged in user info, person name, string name? So logged in user information we are not able to get them. So for that one, yes, it is there. Sorry, 1 second. Just refer that global variables. So click on any pipeline script, click on configure, click on this pipeline syntax. So here we'll see that global variable reference. Right. I got it. Your question, Chaitanya. Dayanand. Click on global variable reference. See here, some global variables are there. Branch name is primary branch, change ID, right, is author. Okay. So maybe this one change author. or let's see, is there any Jenkins URL, Jenkins home? These are the variable names providing by the Jenkins. So if you want to get that variable values, you can use that see, like this one, dollar symbol within the flower bracket. You can get like this one. So maybe we need to see how to get that username. So you are expecting that this username instead of whatever you are passing, right? So we are passing here, right? Instead of that one, you are expecting this one. You need to see that one, how we can get this within technology user. Okay. Sir, how to copy Jenkins from one slave to another slave using SCP? Using SCP command, we can do it. Okay, clear, guys? So tomorrow we are going to discuss about that. Maybe all these topics. We'll see. Okay. It is Jenkins backup, Jenkins migration, CI/CD for Node.js project, shared libraries. This one. Subramanya is asking how to stop the server via pipeline. So you can create a script and you can the shell script call those shell scripts through pipeline script. Okay, write a one stage stop Tomcat server. In that stage, call that shell script. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to cover these topics: Jenkins backup and Node.js project and shared libraries. Day after tomorrow we'll cover this Jenkins CLI. So you guys can explore how to change the home directory for your Jenkins. Okay, so these are the optional topics, but I will cover this Jenkins CLI. Clear, guys? Okay, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.